She's a force in Kenya's film and theatre scene, a multi-award-winning actress, voiceover artist, and storyteller. But beyond the screen, she is a mentor, an educator, and a passionate advocate for African stories. Ladies and gentlemen, meet the incomparable Wakio Mzenge.
My name is Wakio Mzenge. I'm a voice, stage, screen actor, and theatre director. I also am the founder of Beyond the Mainstream Storytellers, where we do experimental theatre and we also do capacity building for theatre actors. I'm so excited to be here. I am a mother of 3, and that's one of the key things about me because I do most of my things from the lens of a mom.
You have seen her on our screens commanding roles with strength and grace. But who is Wakio Mzenge away from the spotlight?
Oh my goodness, I'm such an open book. When people go and start searching about me, they find out everything really. But yeah, maybe one thing they don't know, unless you've been to my home, is that I'm an amazing cook.
Strong in my visions. Lakulathon knows you are ready for this trial.
I do everything under the creative space. So I'm a creative person. And when you're a creative person, you can get away with so many things. You can do all sorts of things within that space, which are also the different revenue streams that you can tap into as an entrepreneur in the creative sector. So I don't feel like I'm passionate about one thing more than the other. Of course, I do love my voice. It sounds so vain, doesn't it? But I do enjoy voice work a lot. And it's because I can do it from the comfort of my home. And also because I am able to do it with my children as well. So voice work becomes probably top, and then the rest follows.
For years, the force to reckon has lived through her art, telling stories that move, inspire, and challenge us.
What I love most is my commitment to God, and also somehow my dependency on Him, because He would never fail me. So I think that's one thing that I really love by myself, because it keeps me rooted, it keeps me grounded, it keeps me centered. Growing up, I think I just grew up like any other child, really. I grew up in Mombasa. I was born and raised in Mombasa. I grew up in Chuda most of my childhood, and then I moved to Kiembeni Estate later. I grew up very active in drama, in church, and also in school. In fact, in 1994, oh God, I'm giving out my age, but in 1994, during the schools and colleges drama festivals in Kisumu, I was announced the best performing artist. And it was quite interesting. We're doing the play Uvundo by St. Augustine Preparatory School. And nilikuwa nafanya roli ya msichana na nafanya roli ya baba. And they thought I would be the best candidate for best actor and also the best candidate for best actress. And that's how I ended up being the best performing artist in that year. Ilikuwa nimezichukua zote kutoka zonals, districts, provincials, nashukuru Mungu. It was really an amazing year. And one real fascinating thing that happened during that year is that I got interviewed on radio for the very first time. And I believe that's when I fell in love with the microphone. That's when my love affair with the microphone actually began. Because just being in front of my microphone, there was another feeling that came to me that it's really unexplainable. I got that feeling then later in life when I was in uni, about third year. I was invited to audition for a documentary voicing. And I got into the booth and it all came back. And I knew there's something about this. What is it that I need to do? I need to follow up on. And I thank God for the many opportunities that came my way to allow me to harness and to grow this talent, including going to Bishop Eli Rope. When I was in uni, in Moi University. And after that experience, I started looking for radio stations. within Eldoret. So I went to Sayare FM. I met Bishop Eli Rope, and I just told him, I'm the next big thing, man. You need to have me in your radio. For some reason, he bought it. And he asked me to come and do a radio show called Badilika. It was a midnight show. It was such a lovely lovely experience to talk to young people as myself, because I was pretty young then. Yeah.
Behind every dreamer, there's often a parent or guardian, sometimes as cheerleaders, other times as skeptics. Their support or lack of it can shape the path
I was born
a
at 5
millennial
feet.
takes.
And my mother was a very small woman. And she's always saying that that literally was my very first performance, just coming out of her. So I started performing from birth. And my first biggest performance was when I was 3 years old. My mother tells me, because I can't quite remember it, my mother tells me that I sang at my uncle's wedding. And my mother was this type of woman, and I've told this story many times. My mother was this type of woman who would go with me everywhere. And she would make sure that I'm performing, I do something. She made money. She made money. You know the way our mothers used to, what are imbe? What are say my memory verse? And then her friends would be so mesmerized. And then, take a 5 bob, pate 2 bob, pate alafu my mother puts it where? Ukimuuliza baadaye, kwani unafikiri chai imetoka wapi? Sorry, mom.
From stage to screen, her journey has been filled with powerful performances and unforgettable roles. Along the way, she has built a career marked by passion, resilience, and excellence.
The proudest moment for me must be when I started this program called Pokeza Skills Program. And that was last year, actually. I can imagine. Hey, all these years in my career, and then I'm only proud last year. But you get what I mean. So, Wakio Skills Program is a capacity building program that equips young artists with tools and skill sets and attitudes so that they can be able to navigate the industry successfully. And why it's my proudest moment, it's because I was able to fuse all the things I'm good at. I'm good at teaching and I'm good at the craft. And I was able to bring them together in one pot. And that was really a proud moment for me. And also one thing that excites me about the project is that I'm able to pass on my skill sets and knowledge and attitudes to someone else who's coming after me. So that's basically, I think that's the epitome of any career, that you don't go and people forget. You go and people remember that you actually did pass on your knowledge. Because what's the point of going with it 6 foot under?
Behind every success story lies a path filled with obstacles. For the award-winning actress, the journey has not always been easy, but each challenge has shaped the artist and the woman she is today.
One thing that I always like to tell young people is that challenges are not unique to you. That you might look at, the grass always looks greener on the other side, but labda ni maji ya sewage. So, don't really do a lot of comparative analysis too much. Focus on what is within your space and look at how you can nurture it. Challenges are numerous. And one of the things that is the biggest is obviously the unpredictability of the industry. That today you have a job, tomorrow you don't. And you don't know how long it will take before you get another job. You see, actors don't make that decision on, now this is the role I want to take. You wait for some producers to sit in a boardroom and decide with their clients that they want to do a project. And then you wait for an audition call. And sometimes when you attend that audition, maybe you're not given a call back. Or even when you're given a call back, you don't make it to the final list. Or even when you make it to the final list, you don't know how long that character is going to be on air. Maybe they'll die along the way. You don't have a lot of control over things. So the uncertainty is the biggest thing that you need to be able to be equipped to overcome. How do you overcome uncertainty? You overcome uncertainty by thinking outside the box. You cannot live on a linear path. You must start looking at the twists and turns around you. What are the opportunities that you can leverage on along your creative path? That's why you'll find an actor saying, I'm a stage, screen, theater actor, and voice actor. Because I understand that there's the voice industry that I can leverage on and do animations or do commercials or do documentaries or do audiobooks. Or there is also this theater space that I can leverage on, and I can do straight plays. I can do also experimental theater. Then there is this screen path that I can leverage on, and I can be a commercial model. I can do screenplays. So it's just basically to understand within that space, because most creatives don't want to get out of the space. we want to stay within the creative side. So it's to ask themselves, okay, what can I do within this space and still be able to maintain my creativity, grow my creativity, leverage on my creativity. What I'm passionate about, because I believe I'm passionate about God, but what I'm passionate about, I will seek that with so much diligence and excellence. And I believe in that pursuit, all these other things will be added unto me. Because the God I serve, I mean, he knows he's supposed to bless the work of my hands.
It will do you some good. No, I don't want to go any longer. I don't want to. Why not? Because they are going to be looking.
The host has asked me to do this, and they should know that I'll come after their job if I do this and I do it right. We'll be right back. Welcome back. This is Wakio Mzenge, and we are on Millennial Stories of Our Generation. Karibuni.
Greatness is never by accident. It's built through constant learning, practice, and growth. Wakio continues to push her craft, always striving
How
to become
I keep
better.
my skills sharp is by sharing my skills. The thing I find so interesting is when you teach, people come with questions and people poke your methodologies and they question your approaches. And so it takes you back to school. And you go back and sit down and ask yourself, okay, was that, let me panel beat it, let me chisel it. So it takes you back to the learning process. It takes you back either to start, to attend master classes, takes you back to apply for courses, takes you back to reading. And so just by sharing your knowledge, because of the people that you're interacting with, you always find yourself that you need to up your skill, because these young people especially, they are curious and they can ask you questions that can catch you off guard. So it always makes you, you have to always be alert. Your antennas have to be high. You constantly have to be feeding your brain with new knowledge or with unlearning certain things, learning new stuff, and relearning as well. Yeah. I have a daily voice workout, and then I read a lot. And that is how I work out my imagination. The creative side of me is really dependent on the power of my imagination. And so for me, it might work differently for other people, but for me, the more I read, the more imaginative I become. So I read a lot, and that helps me to work out my imagination. It helps me when I'm approaching characters, because I'm able to flesh them up. I'm able to add some meat to that skeleton as I keep developing and constructing my characters. So yeah, there's so many trainings that are available nowadays, virtually, webinars and stuff like that. It's just to always, if you are interested in something, you will search. You will do some research, you will try and understand what's happening where. And also another thing that you can do, that I also do, is attend other people's shows, watch other people's shows, watch other stuff on TV or on, films and stuff like that. Basically just to grow, see what other people are doing. Because if you're in the market, you can't just ignore the rest of the people who are within that market, yeah? Yeah, so it's exposing yourself to what other people are doing and learning from them, and also having a routine for yourself to keep scaling up.
Beyond the spotlight and demanding schedules, she also has a life away from the stage. These are moments that bring her joy, balance, and rest.
I enjoy cooking, and I enjoy spending time with my kids. Got 3 of them. Really enjoy spending time with them, especially on holidays, because 2 of them are in boarding. I love just hanging out with people and reading also. Okay, that's also part of work. Let me know. Reading out. Just spending time with people and family and talking, yeah.
From theatre to screen, Delivering powerful performances means carrying countless lines and emotions. But how does she make sure every word stays with her?
There's something that I teach my actors, the art of forgetting. It's very important that you forget what this character is all about, because it is already back here. If you've done rehearsals for a month or more, the character is already here. The lines are already here at the back of your mind. You don't need to over-obsess or to obsess over them, because then when you speak them, they need to sound that it's the very first time you're saying it, because that character is just existing and they need to say it as if they have never rehearsed it. So that forgetfulness is really important because it brings authenticity in your delivery of those lines. And because the words are already back here, they're just waiting for the right triggers to come out. So if someone says hi to you, of course, you will say hi back. It's a natural trigger. And these lines that the character keeps saying to the different characters that exist within that play are triggers for them to behave in a certain way. So when you're present and authentic in that moment, you'll be triggered the right way and you will behave in the right manner. So it's just allowing yourself or lending yourself to that imaginary character so that they can live their lives truthfully, honestly, and just enjoy being present for the period of time that they will be existing. Yeah, but there's tactics as well, there's techniques as well. For instance, if a man is, if I'm talking to you right now, there's an eye line that I'm maintaining, right? So the audience cannot see you, but they can imagine that you are seated just like me because of the eye line in which I'm looking at you. So maintaining that eye line, and if the person is leaving, like right now, if you get up and then I'm seeing you walking away, I create that image for the audience to see that she actually got up, she's actually gone, she's actually disappeared. At the start of my career, I would have told my younger self, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path.
Even as she celebrates the milestones of today, Wakio continues to dream bigger with her eyes set on the journey ahead.
Any person who wants to be a full-time and professional actor needs to appreciate the fact that this is an unpredictable industry, and that the struggles are very unique because you live both a private and public life without wanting. Those are the hazards of the job. And your discipline is very key, that you maintain professionalism and that you let your voice be heard on the things that matter to you, because there are those who are looking up to you. Just by the fact that you are on a screen, the fact that you're taking a stage, the fact that you're behind a microphone, you're in a public place and a public responsibility that you probably didn't ask for it, but it's there. Just acknowledge that it's there, and so work towards nurturing those who are watching you, whether you're seeing it or you're not seeing it.
Beyond her well-known artistry, she carries gifts that reveal even more of who she is.
People might not know this, but I was a very serious salsa dancer. The mambos were my things. I even went for competitions when I was in uni. I am such a serious salsa dancer, you guys. I don't know if I can still do it now. but I think I'm good at dancing. I'm good at dancing. I don't show it a lot, but I enjoy it, and I'm good at it.
In a world full of ambition and endless possibilities, many young people chase their dreams but often stumble along the way. With her experience, Wakio has seen what can hold them back.
Millennials go wrong in the pursuit of their dreams, and I hate to actually put them together because I think people are very, very unique, and as much as there are those generational traits, I don't think all of us fit within that bill. But if I'm just to speak generally, I think millennials look back a lot. We look back a lot, and we in our pursuit of our dreams, we focus so much on our past. And we look at what our parents did. We look at how we were raised. We look at what our circumstances were too much. And as much as that is important, because you can't know where you're going without recognizing where you're from, I think just recognize it. Don't dwell. Don't dwell on it. Just recognize it and appreciate where you are now, and then plan for where you're going. And then you'll be able to map out that journey to your version of success in your life. Yeah.
High over my head, I hear voices in the air. I hear voices in the air. High over my head, high over my head.
Here's how I'd like to end this conversation. Life is not a straight line. It has twists and turns, and what you're looking for sometimes is hiding in those corners. Sometimes it's hiding in high places where you cannot reach, but you cannot give up. Keep on the search, and God will surprise you, because there is definitely a light at the end of the tunnel, but you have to keep going. You have to remain consistent. You have to remain disciplined for you to achieve. My name is Wakio Mzenge. You can find me as Wakio Mzenge in all the social media handles.